Hi, Matterers. I'm in bed. I'm so tired. It's the end of our summer here at the Boston Ballet, and all the kids have gone home, and so we are spending one more night here, and I am pooped. So I thought I would talk to you a little bit about CrossFit and fitness in this blog because I do get a lot of questions about how much I exercise and what kind of exercises I do. So I'll answer those questions really quickly, and then we'll get into CrossFit. Sorry if I'm making you sick with all of the moving and the shaking. So I just need to make sure that the light on the computer stays on. Otherwise, you won't be able to see me, and I'll be in the dark. So while I was on extreme weight loss, I worked out between 4 and 6 hours a day. And I started working out 4 to 6 hours a day right from the get-go because I thought Jackie Hart McCoy had told me that she worked out 4 to 6 hours a day from the beginning. Well into like 6 months later, she was like, I definitely only worked out 2 in the beginning. So I kind of went balls to the walls right from the beginning. But I also saw really killer results at the beginning too. And you can work out that much as long as you're fueling your body. I hate to break it to anyone who actually thought that I dipped down to 400 calories and still did CrossFit workouts. That's just not the case. There was a period of time where I wasn't able to get out of bed. I'd herniated 2 discs, and so I wasn't eating very much then. But I was never eating 400 calories, period. That's just well cut together editing. What I actually said, and so that you can know that you shouldn't do this thing either, is that I dipped down to 400 milligrams of sodium a day. Right? That's good editing. So you can watch that scene again and figure out how they cut it together because it's pretty brilliant. But I don't recommend cutting your sodium that much either because your body needs it to fuel workouts. So I was between 12 and 1,500 calories a day. More times than not, I was down to like 11 to 1,200 a day. I would run 2.83 miles to my CrossFit gym, which took me about an hour. I would CrossFit for an hour, and then I would run home 2.83 miles, shower, and get ready to go to the gym. I would do either an hour on the elliptical, an hour-long class, or hour-long spinning. And whatever I did, I would end up doing like at least another 40 minutes on the elliptical or the Stairmaster. And then I would do, when I was training for my swim and algo robo, I would do like either 166 laps in the pool, which is 2 miles, or what is 1 mile? Like 66 laps, is that right? Something like that. So I was in the pool for another part of it. And then in the evenings, I would run back to the CrossFit gym, CrossFit, and run home. So, and by running, of course, you all know that I mean like run walking because I wasn't running very many places then either. So, a lot of people want to know if they can CrossFit, if they should CrossFit, would they like CrossFit? You'll love CrossFit, and you just have to find the right fit for you. You know, I think about the word CrossFit, and I think a lot of people think that it has to do with like fitness. But the reality is it's also like a CrossFit of like what of the fitness activities work for you and fit in your life. And there's some boxes or CrossFit gyms that are really geared towards your Olympic athlete that really want to train you hard so that you can become, an aggressive competitor. I don't go to a gym that's like that. I go to a gym that's really geared towards your average Joe and your sort of normal clientele that just want to be healthy and fit. And if you want to be a little bit stronger and also a clientele that doesn't really know that they have an inner strength and they can pull that out of you. So it's a really great place to be. But you need to investigate CrossFits. In my area, there are many, many, many. There's like 3 in Springfield, a couple in Chicopee, 1 in Westfield. So you just kind of have to investigate what works for you. And this is the place that works for me. We're not very competitive, and I don't know that I could go to a gym that really was. And I like the idea that when I walked in with 2 herniated discs, there were still things that I could do. I was banded for pull-ups. I was banded for push-ups. I was banded for sit-ups. I was banded for a lot of things. And I had a lot of I can'ts. If you go over to Jackie Hart McCoy's blog, she posted about saying I can't at the gym a lot. And I think at the CrossFit gym, I was very tempted to say it, but nobody was willing to really listen. So, I think that's the best part is that, like, you could be surrounded by a room full of people who are like, yeah, I didn't think I could do it either, but now I can. So, am I still banded for my pull-ups a year later? I am, and I'll probably be for a while since I have a shoulder injury that I'm dealing with right now. Am I still banded on my push-ups? Oh, heck no. And I work hard every day to strengthen that core. And I'm working on front rolls and things that like I never thought that I would be able to do, and I'm able to do them because I've taken my time. Probably the biggest reward of CrossFit that I've seen this year, aside from the push-up, which took forever, is my double unders, which means that you're jump roping with the rope hitting you twice. So our CrossFit gym it has a warm-up activity, and then we do the WOD, or the workout of the day, and we'll do like some combination of Olympic weightlifting with cardiovascular and gymnastics workouts kind of all together in one. So Chris and I actually created a workout called the Jamie, and it's 21, 15, 9 rep scheme of man makers and pull-ups. And you see a little bit of that footage from our workout that we created in my Extreme Weight Loss episode, but it's great because it's a slogger. A man maker takes a really long time to do, and to do 21 of them, and then do 21 pull-ups, and then do 21 man makers, or 15 man makers and 15 pull-ups. It takes a long time. But again, those are all pieces and movements that I didn't start out with right away, and it definitely took me time to get to. So if you're interested in CrossFit, I encourage you to look into what they have to offer, because a lot of gyms and boxes open their first classes for free. So if you want to come in and try it out and see if it's something you'll like, I guarantee you, if you are the type of person who's going to love CrossFit, you'll be hooked right away. And I love Olympic weightlifting when it doesn't injure me any further than I already am. So some really great opportunities for you. I encourage you to get to the gym and try out CrossFit. It is fairly expensive, but it's also an investment in sort of like class or personal training in that way. So a lot of people want to know if I belong to another gym. I don't. I CrossFit. And that's about it. I also run outside a lot, but I don't belong to a regular gym. I will belong to LA Fitness for a few months this year. And I love their pool and their spa, so I may end up rejoining. But right now, I don't belong to a gym. I do a lot of hiking outside and biking and running, and so that's my gym right now is Mother Nature. All right, Matterers. If you have other questions that you would like us to make vlogs about, make sure that you ask here at We Matter. And we'll be back next Saturday with another vlog, and we'll be back here on Monday with another written blog. Thank you for watching. I love you, and you matter.